Alrighty, welcome back to the stream, and we're gonna play some Illuvium Arena competitive, and we're also gonna watch a little bit of the town hall on the side. We're gonna listen to the Illuvium town hall. It was uploaded 12 days ago. I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet, and it's about the PvP delay and so on.
The new roadmap and how PvP is going and why we are where we are.
You want me to just jump in?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna have you, kind of give your high overview of where things are at and how you feel about it, and
Yeah, look, it's obviously any delay is not great, and it's there are two sides to everything. Would love to be able to say things are ready when they're ready and not give estimates, which means that there wouldn't be delays. But the reality is we're building something out in the open. It's extremely transparent, and it's a weird thing having your community actually be your investors. It's not very traditional at all, and with that we've bounced back and forth between, do we give dates, do we give estimations, or do we not? And whenever we haven't given some kind of estimate, the frustration we feel like is a lot more than when we do and then potentially don't hit dates. So while it's sad that we haven't hit it, it's not because we haven't been working hard. And I think the community overall get that. We show that we leak as much stuff as possible. You can see how often our team is online across the board from pretty much every single department. We've been going as hard as possible to hit that Q3 date, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating because you and I just played a game, and you get pretty much all the way to the end, and it crashes, and it's super frustrating for me because I was smoking you in that game. But
I don't think you were.
Well, but it's all coming together, and I think we just can't. That after so much time, as much as we want to show you guys what PB3 looks like, it can't be done in this state. It needs to. We've got a few more issues that the back end needs to fix up, and then we can get it to a stage where we can send it over to the game design team and the QA team, and properly put in the testing that's required, and not to a point where there isn't going to be a single issue, or there isn't going to be little bugs here and there, right? Like we're not trying to do that, but we're to be completely transparent, we're not at that stage yet where we can hand it over to the community to start giving us feedback.
Yeah, so, honestly, like today, like we played several rounds, and we didn't. That's like what I was telling you earlier, is I didn't crash once today. So that was the first. We had some other small issues, but like as far as crashing, like there was a lot of games played today for sure. So a lot of testing got done, which was nice to see.
Yeah, and it's things that even prior to it crashing, I wasn't able to, at the placement stage after I think round 3, I wasn't actually able to see my my deck anymore, and so it makes it not playable. So that's not a crash, that's a bug where the inability to put out additional alluvials makes the game very, very tough to continue. So it's little things like that we are working around the clock to fix. We've hired a bunch of back-end developers over the last.
Listening to this, like after a few minutes, you're like, all right, mate, you're absolutely right. Take all the time you need. You know what you're doing. Just make the product you want to make. Like, it's really hard for them for having such a strong and involved community with constant beta access and constant. We constantly think this is ours already, but it's theirs. They're making this, and we just have to give them as much time, space, and everything they need. I don't know why everybody's acting in the community like the whole team is employees from us just because we have the DAO and decentralization, everything, but I like to look at it as just a normal game sometimes and a gaming studio, because that's what it essentially is. Just because it brings in a bit of blockchain technology to go with it doesn't mean that we are now forced to deal with everything like we are a crypto project. After all, this is a game. This is a gaming project, and we should chill and let the developers be developers and do their job, and sometimes just trust that they will make their job good, because Illuvium hired the best people around the world. They are really, really... it's really important to them to hire experts from around the world, so no matter what we think is best, they usually know better what's best, because it's their job to know. So, yeah. Just to get this out of the way. I keep saying that, but it's so obvious, but people still don't really get it, I think, or they're just caught in this cycle of feeling entitled to the game already, even though it's still in beta. And look at this, we got an Enchanter Toxic, the two most broken affinities, synergies in the game. And that's it, that's all we need. We're gonna bring in another Aegis, then we have two Aegis, two Toxic, two Enchanter. And then we're gonna fill up the board with Empaths, Bulwarks, something like that, I guess. That's gonna be our composition.
3 to 4 months. Again, the reality there, though, is it's a very complex system that we're building, and it's not a matter of just hire someone and in their first week they can start bashing out, tickets to get things done. It takes a while to onboard people, and they're now starting to really find their feet and help out the back end, which has been our biggest struggle for the last 2 or 3 years has been trying to find people that are good enough to be able to develop this back end. And we're finally at a stage now where we're getting people of extremely high level that are delivering what we need. So that and also just being able to accurately estimate things. Bringing on Lance, our new senior project manager, he's going to be instrumental in being able to help us actually estimate things. And I don't think we should go away from putting out dates. I've said my reasons of why we shouldn't do that. And although we're not giving out dates, we are saying quarters that we think things are going to be released. I don't think we should go away from that, but we can certainly get much, much, much better at estimating things. And I think that will solve multiple issues that we have.
Yeah, I mean, just the I think Grant hits me up every day and asks me, how's the build today, and today I told him it's the best it's been in a few weeks, and it's totally testable for, myself and him, and that's why I told you finally today. I was like, yeah, things are in a much better place, and that's the thing is I've seen the improvement. I download the build every single day, and I go in and I check it out, and I either can get some things going or I can't. And today was a good day.
Yeah, definitely. It's I tried it back 2 months ago before I left, and it was not even close, right? Anything you did caused a crash. So certainly today, I can't wait to jump back into this build, because I think from the excitement the devs are showing, we're in a much, much better place. And this is what I mean about in that announcement, I said there's a very, very, very small chance that we actually do hit Q3 for this, because it is so close. It's frustrating when you're actually able to play the game and there's been multiple people that have gone through full games without any crashes, and it just to be able to hit that date would be huge for us. But at the same time, it's important that because
At the same time, it's not that important. Who cares if it's next month or the month after? Who really cares? The investors, they want to have a good game. They don't mind if they're smart investors. They don't mind waiting another 2, 3, 4 months to then have the best product they invested in, instead of being 3 months early but having a half-polished product. The gamers, they want to have a good game. They don't care about this month or next month. Of course, some people get impatient, but at the core of it all, everybody wants to give, or should want to give the team enough time to make the best perfect product that they envision and they want to have. Obviously, nothing is ever going to be really perfect, and you gotta cut it off at some point and then polish it when it's out. But I have the trust in the team that they know where they want to get, and I want to give them everything they can to get there. From my side, I cannot give them much, but I can just give them support, say stuff like this, speak my mind about it. That's all I can